What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the recording, and Ubisoft is canceled. I mean, when isn't it getting canceled? But news of Far Cry 6 has brought about a bunch of outrage. On top of that, their company has kind of a creep problem. I don't really know how else to put it. This article over on trash website CCN talks about Far Cry 6 reveals. Far Cry 6 reveal gives us another reason to cancel Ubisoft. Now, I don't know if you're like me or not, but when I saw Far Cry 6 come out, I only recently joined the Far Cry community. I bought Far Cry 5 when it was on sale for like $5 or something like that in the Ubisoft store. Loved it. Loved the game. Even bought New Dawn, which was also great fun. Minor little add-on. Was it worth $20? Yeah, I guess. Far Cry 5, was it worth the $5? Absolutely. So I'm excited for Far Cry 6, but it's also encouraged me or made me want to play 4 and 3, to play some of the earlier ones so I could understand the lore better. Now, Ubisoft, of course, announced Far Cry 6 coming out, and people are mad. Ubisoft is criticized on social media for hiring non-Latino to play Latino character. I'm not kidding. After a huge leak confirmed that Far Cry 6 will be released next year, Ubisoft officially announced the game at the first Ubisoft Forward event. The official reveal of Far Cry 6 was one of the biggest announcements, next to the news that Assassin's Creed Far Cry will let players recruit a cat. Far Cry 6 is set in a fictional, Cuba-inspired location called Yara, where a director named dictator, rules with an iron fist. The trailer shows Castillo seemingly about to make his young son toss a grenade into a crowd of angry protesters. While the trailer could have been something powerful, it was marred by criticism. The casting of Juan Carlo Esposito. Castillo is undoubtedly meant to be Latino or Afro-Latino, but Esposito is not a Latino actor. I repeat, he's not a Latino actor. Now, if you're as outraged as I am, make sure you smash that like button right now. And there's also a red subscribe button that I really hope today will be the day you click. On his Wikipedia page, and as confirmed by Esposito in interviews, the actor has Italian and African American heritage. The actor himself was born in Denmark. His surname is Spanish sounding and could lead someone to assume he's Hispanic or Afro-Latino. Esposito is known for taking Latino roles. The third role in his acting career saw him play the part of a Puerto Rican teenager in 1979 movie Running. Oh my God, what a monster! What a monster! He can't keep getting away with it. When will Juan Carlo Esposito be brought to justice? The actor who starred in Breaking Bad and The Mandalorian also played a Puerto Rican father in a 2007 movie called Feel the Noise. Pescadios. Esposito's Italian and African American heritage was drawn upon for his role as an FBI agent, Mike Giardello, in TV series. However, many of Esposito's roles are characters who live in places like Miami, Florida, and the state of New Mexico, which have a very large Latinx population. Why do they? What's Latinx? What is that? Isn't it Latin? What is Latinx? Is that the new hip thing? Apparently. The actor's filmography could have been the reason why Ubisoft felt it was appropriate for him to play the role. Maybe he was really good. Maybe he was actually good for the job. Oh my God, that couldn't possibly have been it. Juan Carlo couldn't possibly have been the best person for the job. That simply isn't possible. This is inexcusable, though, as a company as the company did a month of on-the-ground research in Cuba, should be expected to know something about as easily discoverable as an actor's Wikipedia page. Maybe they didn't care. I know this might shock and appall you, but maybe Ubisoft just thought the dude was the best dude for the dude's job. Maybe. Maybe the fact that the dude has acting chops and maybe, professional VA work, that might have had something to do with it. I don't know. Let's see what Dev Eric has to say. Just so we're clear, Juan Carlo Esposito is not Latinx. Ubisoft having him play a, quote, Cuban dictator in the new Far Cry game is not what anybody needs. There are plenty of Latinx actors that fit the role better than an Italian, American, Dutch piece of filth. Esposito is great, but not Latinx. What is this exactly? This is the beginnings of a hate mob that will rob him of the joy of what is probably a great honor for him. What this is going to do is likely rob the gaming community of somebody who's probably a good fit for the role. What this is going to do is going to pressure Juan Carlo to quit, as we've seen happen in Hollywood over and over again. You can't voice The Simpsons unless you're actually a yellow human being. Brian the talking dog from Family Guy is currently being recast for an actual talking dog. And all the aliens on Futurama have now been removed from the show. Rick and Morty is canceled. None of the talking aliens can happen there, at least until, Cartoon Network finds real talking aliens. This is one of the most ridiculous trends. And I talked about this yesterday, how Hollywood is freaking out, essentially. Anonymous white straight actors in Hollywood are coming out and saying, oh my God, we've gone too far. Yeah, maybe you think. Maybe when I'm watching, I don't know, Superman, I'm not actually thinking if the actor playing Clark Kent is actually a Superman. When I'm watching Marvel superheroes, I'm not actually wondering if the actor playing the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, is actually an Incredible Hulk. I don't care if gay people in real life play straight people on TV. Barney Stinson was one of the most iconic Uber males ever, and Neil Patrick Harris is gay. Guess what? Show was still great. Everyone knew it, and nobody cared. It was one of the most popular shows on TV. And outside of the last season or two, the show is still hilarious. So, is this where we want to be? How about Cake Sanchez? We need more Latinx rep in games. Far Cry 6. Here's a dog named Chorizo. I mean, that's funny. That's funny. Esposito's casting isn't the only insensitive move that Ubisoft has made with Far Cry 6. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Many on social media have also noted that the Far Cry 6 trailer uses a yellow filter, a common trope for games and movies set in countries outside the West. An article by Matador Network explains why these yellow filters are racially discriminatory and play into stereotypes held by creators about these locations. Not a yellow filter, no! Oh, no. I remember when I was playing Far Cry 5 and it was set kind of in a fictional Montana-like area, that now I view everyone in Montana as a crazy cult person or a backwoods hillbilly. Because almost everybody in that game was a caricature. Oh, wait, I remember. It's actually just a video game. The character of Anton Castillo features heavily in the game and is seen in the Far Cry 6 box art, making it unlikely that Ubisoft is likely to change anything now. For a company that donated to BLM, it's disappointing to see Ubisoft continue to racial continue to racial injustice in this way. The last sentence of your article isn't even written correctly. And then why you write this? Lame Far Cry 6 dictator paradise formula proves it's out of ideas. Why? Why does it prove it's out of ideas? I'm pumped for it. I haven't played another game built on that type of background. I'm sure they exist. I'm not saying they don't. I'm saying I haven't played that. I'm sure you could say that people, that, the whole, humans versus aliens is played out. How about you say Greek mythology is played out? How about you could point out that Assassin's Creed used to be a game, now it's just basically a game about assassins. Now it's just basically a game about whatever's popular right now. You could make that argument, but I don't think it proves it's out of ideas. I want to return to Far Cry 2 formula with a lot more of the call updates made in the 12 years since it was released. Make hardcore mode, please. Rather have new Splinter Cell. Even fans on Twitter didn't seem to get hyped up about yet another Far Cry game following the same series formula again. Far Cry started as an exciting series. It existed as a tropical bad behavior simulator created by Crytek. From there, it spiraled out into some unique places, culminating in the third major installment. That was the point where the familiar formula was solidified. Wilderness, location, charismatic, despotic villain, and of course, radio towers. Far Cry 6 is headed in the same direction. Hey, I'm happy for it. I don't complain about getting a new game. I don't have a lot of time to play video games. Is this written by the same person? Will Worrell. Who wrote this other one? Oh, they didn't write their name on it? Aww. Oh, shocking. Disclaimer, the opinions expressed in this article do not necessarily reflect the views of CCN. What a ridiculous article to write. I'll be buying Far Cry 6. I'm excited for it. I won't buy it at launch. I never buy games at launch. I'll wait till it's 50% off in the Ubisoft store because I want to go back and play Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4, and probably replay Far Cry 5. So I'm excited. My goal is this fall to play more video games. I know it's a very noble goal. I'm looking forward to having some new options to play. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.